Hey everybody, beyondDrewTv here. Welcome on back to LunaWood, and today we're going to go ahead and take a look at stuff that Hardpunkkore did. What's up, dude? How you been?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
How was your build week? No, you had it for like 2 weeks, right? Something like that.
Maybe. I don't know. It was before Christmas I got the park, but I didn't really touch it until the actual weekend of the holiday, so... And then I did a little bit during the New Year's holiday when I actually had time off of work.
Nice. So, yeah, he sent me a few pictures there of what he was getting done. Just to refresh you, he worked on a car ride for the area and a few other little things here and there that will show off. But yeah, the bulk of the episode is going to be showing off this awesome new car ride he did. And spoiler, it's really good. But anyways, that's
Thank you.
That's later on in the episode. So, but yeah, all of the stuff that he did is just outside the American Adventure area here. If we skirt around the perimeter of it, we'll start to see something new here, which is a Zozo. So, do you want to explain why you put this here?
Sure. Well, we were looking at this path. At this point, the car ride was like 3/4 of the way done, and I was trying to figure out how to spruce up this path because from where we were in that plaza with the carousel and the Ferris wheel, it was basically a lot of nothing until you get to the entrance to the car ride. And you just walking in the game, it's probably like 1/10 of a mile, maybe, or I don't know what that would be in meters for our people that follow us outside of the US. But it's
you got a little jog.
Yeah, it's a nice walk.
Yeah.
And without having anything there, anything to look at or anything to do, it felt like it was too long. So I needed to throw something in here. Originally, this little area here had a bunch of trees and growth, and I went in there with the saw, cut the trees down. I got my weed whacker out, and I got rid of the bushes. And I plopped the Zozo down because it's basically the only ride with a small enough blueprint that would fit here. So. And
it, time-wise, it still makes sense. Because, again, for maybe those of you that haven't watched previous episodes, hi, welcome. This is an awkward episode for you to start watching. Time-wise, the American Adventure, again, is the oldest section of the park. And, the Zozo is a really old classic attraction. So it does make sense that this old attraction would be in this area.
Yeah, it probably would have been in around the mid-70s, which is probably right around when that time would have been.
Right. So
before the action zone, which is why this didn't get put in there, because that ride could fit in the action zone too.
Yeah, it could. And again, the action zone, like at a time, we've mentioned this in lore episodes and stuff, but the action zone probably like had a really classic old attraction, then was replaced by all these, quick placeable 80s attractions or whatever. But again, I think the Zozo works because it just ties into the whole area of the thing. It could have been around when the classic attraction was, in where the action zone was and everything. And anyways, yeah, no, it all makes sense.
Yep.
It all makes sense. So, but yeah, no, I love the little queue, the ironwork. I have a little, was this vending machine here?
Yeah, something to just take up a little bit of space.
Yeah, yep. And then you got your nice root beer here when you get off the ride there. Is this another one of Fisherman's or?
Yeah, yep. Thanks, Fisherman. Again, just something to take up space. I was trying to actually get an in-game vending machine there, but I couldn't get it to fit with the path, so I did the next best thing.
They're bulky a little bit, and then we have our worker here who has a stick up his butt. But anyways, we don't talk about that. Frontier, give us animatronics without sticks up their butt, please. So yeah, let's go ahead and move this way.
Yep, so this is the long path that I was talking about, and as you guys can see, it's pretty long.
Yes.
Right over here to your immediate left is the action zone, the second entrance to the action zone.
Let me get out of the trees. There we go.
So that's the if you guys remember from the action zone entrance, the first one that we saw was the opposite side.
I'll just kind of back it up and give you a visual here. So here are the two entrances to the action zone, through here and through here. So, and then you have your backstage kind of taking up the middle area there. And then guess, they can either cut through here to get into the American Adventure, or they can cut around this way through where we started, which was like the Carousel Plaza. So there's that.
Without that Zozo there, this path is just, it felt like it went on forever. So
right. Right, and it was just benches and vending machines, and just, it wasn't good. So, yeah, so it's perfect. It's good. I like it. But
now you get to start to see what we got some cooking going on here.
Yeah, the main star.
It starts to open up here to the right, and you got your car ride going. Although, I think our game's paused because of frames.
It is. I can unpause it, but just, as Samuel L. Jackson would say, hold on to your butts.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm getting about 13 frames per second right now with no guess. So
yeah, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
You can go back.
I'm going to probably be passing the bark off to HP in the future to have him record. But anyway, so here is the car ride, looking good there. And we also have glimpses of something else that you went ahead and put in there. A chairlift.
Oh yeah, thank you to the Magnificent Rides DLC.
Yes.
The chairlift, even though it's installed, it's not finished because we didn't plan for it, because we didn't have one. I had to go in and put one in for where it would make sense, because generally I went and researched the chairlifts. Now I wish we would have had one with the gondola style that most of the bigger style parks like LunaWood would have, because these actual chairlifts are more for ski mountains and smaller style parks, not the bigger ones.
Right.
And they because they're open, they don't go as high, and they don't turn. I know the game allows you to make it turn because it's a game, but realistically speaking, these chairlifts really don't veer too much to the left or to the right, for the sake of the cable falling off the wheels and everybody dying.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be good. So,
but ours is only 50 feet tall. Even the gondolas, they don't really go much higher than 60, 65. So, but
right.
To get it in and to get it so it would fit and go over paths and go over buildings, I got it in, and that was basically it. I didn't really do anything else with it. The stations aren't done. The path work isn't done. But at least where it's going to be is where it is.
But update, HPK got it in.
Yeah.
So, but piss. But anyways, yeah, we'll talk about that more in detail, when we get to it later on. But in front of us we have Luna Motors Inc.
Yeah.
Which is so good, dude. It looks so good.
Thank you.
But yeah, go ahead and talk about your inspirations and everything like that. I'll kind of do an overhead view of it here.
Yeah, the station. Now you guys can do Google searches or whatever your search engine is to find car rides. There's really not too many of them left in the world. I ended up finding one in Gilroy Gardens in California, and the station was pretty much like this, where it was just covered the entrance and the exit, and the center of it was left open. And I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna build something like that.
I like this. Yeah, the open air
and it's
open
different
station.
Which it's not like a covered station. It's not like a building. It's different, which is why I like it. And it's
I like
it. It's detailed enough. It's got working lights.
Perfect. And then you have your nice maintenance building. Looks
maintenance
like
and storage building.
Awesome. And it's great that every single building, it looks like, is all themed to that still, pretty generic American adventure kind of theme.
Yeah, like the early, like that rustic, early, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s.
Right.
Like country theme.
Right.
Everything is all wood, and, some stuff appears really old because it is.
It is, so. Awesome. I love how this all turned out. I really do. Like I said, I took a ride on it, and just letting everyone know, we're not going to take a ride on the car ride in this episode, just because there are sections across a river that it goes up against that aren't finished yet, so we don't really want to show off a partially finished car ride still, basically. So
I'm sure you guys watching this, you see that there's lights everywhere. Before the end of the episode, you get to see this at night too. It looks really good.
It does. The lighting in the park and everything is starting to really come together. And I think overall that's kind of a theme that the park is really starting to come together. We kind of started noting right away when he gave me the park and we started chatting that he was like, did you see this sightline? I was like, yeah, did you see this sightline? It's like, it's starting to look so cool. And like, just things are really starting to come together for LunaWood overall. And again, there's some stuff that we're not showing off yet. But yeah, I'm excited to show off everything because it's really starting to come together. And then I love this detail here because we had a nice chat about this a little bit, about our emergency exits and stuff like that. So we have that.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun building it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was frustrations too, and Beyond kept asking me for updates, and it was like, no, I was working on something else today. What do you mean you were working on something else today? I just didn't feel like working on the car ride.
I kept getting worried. I was like, wait, you're supposed to be working on the car ride. And he's like, yeah, I'm over in, working on a triple drop tower on the other end of the park. I'm like, wait, what happened to the car ride, bro? So I got nervous. I was like, is he ever going to finish it? But
yeah, it's just, sometimes you get burnt out working on the same thing and you just need to go look at something else for a little bit. And that's what basically was going on.
Totally. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, no, it came out and this just looks super good. It's so quaint and just it fits the area perfectly. And then right across from it, I've been kind of hovering over it a little bit, but we have a nice little food stand, looks like, little quick service.
Yeah, soda and churros, because what else go together like sugar and sugar?
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I didn't really play much with the game when the World's Fair pack came out. I know a lot of people aren't really big fans of it, and the building tiles and the building pieces, whatever. I just love that there's more food options.
I agree.
And if you're gonna buy it for that. Don't buy it for, the different tiles and the different roof pieces. Buy it for the food options. That's why I did.
Yeah. I'd say for the food options, and then there's more doors, more shutters, and more lights that are neat. But it's, I would say it's not like a bad pack. It's just the worst pack that Planko has, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean it's
if you talk to other people would say studios or whatever. But
right, everyone has their different opinions.
Everybody has their opinion. Everybody likes certain things. I'm not a homer on the game. I know there's issues with it, bugs, but they're trying. They're doing their best, I guess.
I said it in my Coal Creek Park video. It's not like Frontier wants to have a buggy mess of a game out there. That doesn't look good for their reputation. So I'm sure they're actively working on stuff. Lo and behold, I know that's a shocker to some people who think that Frontier doesn't care, but I'm pretty sure they don't want a busted game out there. So,
yeah.
Anyways, rant over. If we move down a little bit more, there's one more structure here. Oh, and not to mention all of the fencing and curbing that you did, which always gets overlooked because it's such little details, but
it's a pain in the butt to do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's a pain in the butt to do.
And I noticed after I had put the fencing in, it's directly behind where the camera's at. But I noticed you left a space to make a custom sign for the wooden coaster, which we didn't actually tell you guys what the name was in the last episode.
Oh yeah, you can tell them.
It's the Ohio Wrecker. It's a very classic wooden coaster, obviously, and rickety and old, and you ride it to get your classic coaster credit, and that's it.
Right. Yeah, it's not a fun ride. It's a necessary ride for coaster boys.
Right in there in that open green spot, probably where the benches are and the trash can, is a good spot for the custom sign to go. Eventually there will be a custom sign there. I'll get to it.
Yep, we're going to do one there, and then we're going to do one also on the other side. But before we do that, I'm going to switch over to nighttime, because we were talking about nighttime, and this kind of leads into... unless, before I do that, sorry, is there anything else you wanted to talk about with the car ride or this area?
No, well, we wanted to just hit on the bathroom.
Okay, oh yeah.
And I kind of diverted it because I thought
Way to go, bro.
Just a quick bathroom. There needed to be something. There needed to be one here because the other closest bathroom I think is at Whitaker's, which is all the way down there.
Oof. Oh yeah, or maybe in the action zone. Okay, that's
or
good.
maybe in the action zone would probably be closer. You're right. But either way, now there's a bathroom here, and that opens up this plaza a little bit where the entrance is to the Ohio Wrecker, because this is kind of like a mini plaza, and the plaza where the queue line is to the car ride is also like a mini plaza.
All right, dude. I gotta throw you under the bus because you've done it twice now.
I've done it twice now.
You already know. So I get the park file back from HPK, and I'm looking around like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Like, oh, restrooms, cool. And I'm like, men. And then I fixed it, but it said woman, and he did the same thing over
in the action zone.
Yep, in the action zone. So whenever he makes a bathroom, it's for all the men, but only one woman at a time can use it whenever HPK.
I don't know why I do it. I don't know how I did it. Apparently, it is now a running joke, I guess.
It has to be. So whenever HBK makes a restroom, if he doesn't fix it or, do it the right way, I'm just going to leave it from now on. I covered his butt the first time. I did it the second time too, but now I've kind of thrown him under the bus. But if you do it again, I'm just going to leave it. Let everyone, and we're just going to start the episode like this, just with it like that, with just the word right on it. So, but anyways, okay. So, yeah, let's go. You want to turn the lights off and we'll go talk about the Ohio Wrecker sign on the other side and stuff?
The one that doesn't exist yet?
Exactly. Now we're talking about future stuff that doesn't exist. And then we'll take a look at the car ride at nighttime because it's awesome. But anyways, continuing off of the Ohio Wrecker talk, we're all over the place today. When we light it up, HP had this great idea to, basically just put a custom sign right here that's all lit up on the lift hill there. And I think it'll look freaking awesome from this view in the action zone.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
But yeah, let's skirt back over to the car ride. And yeah, I love how this whole area looks at nighttime. It looks so good over here.
Yeah, I love the amber and the white lights.
Yep. Yeah, they work super well together. Just kind of admiring. I haven't really looked at this at nighttime yet, and it's just
yeah, you get
awesome.
to the buildings over here inside the car ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of light work and a lot of things are highlighted, and it looks really good from above, but it looks really good from PV too.
Yep, the different, like you said, the amber hues and the white lights and everything, it mixes really well together. And then the cars coming through here and stuff. I want to hear one of them use their horn. I forgot they have an awesome horn that goes off when they're going around. But yeah, no, fantastic job. I usually forget to do lighting until like I decide to turn the lights off, and then I'm like, oh yeah, buildings need lighting. So good on you for actually doing it right away.
Yeah, that's just part of how I build, and that's part of how I've always done it, even going back to RollerCoaster 1 and 2, Tycoon 1 and 2.
Did you? Okay.
As I build, I always do lighting, just because it's easier to do it when you're working on a spot rather than going back as you forget.
It's so true. I don't know. I've just always kind of forgot when I'm building for whatever reason. And nighttime will run around and I'm like, oh man, the parks look so empty because nothing's lit up. Crap. So, but no, I freaking love this, dude. It's I had guests in here a little bit, and as the guests are walking around, this whole area just feels so. I don't know. This is like one of my favorite areas in like a made up theme park that I've seen in a game, basically, because this whole area just feels alive now.
Thank you.
Know?
Real quick, while we're here, we've mentioned an area like this little seating area right here to the right, underneath the Planet Coaster logo.
Yes.
There's an area that's very similar to this over behind the chairlift, and I think it was episode 2 or 3 or 4, whatever one it was when I did the action zone. And it's basically like a family meetup area to where it's off the beaten path. There's seating areas, and if you're in a big group and you split up, you can be like, okay, we'll meet under this sign at 3:00.
Right.
And we want to have them scattered throughout the park, so it's like an area that's okay. We're gonna meet over at the meetup spot by the car ride. We're going to meet up by the chair swing. We're going to meet up by this such and such roller coaster. And It's just a good way for families to be able to reconnect when they split up for a little bit.
Right. And I think we kind of mentioned that they might be just placeholders, and we might try and make like a custom like LunaWood sign or something like that.
Yeah, the Planko emblem is a placeholder. Neither of us are really fond of it, but there's really at this point nothing else to use in game yet. And building a LunaWood custom sign has been a pain in the butt. I've tried numerous times and failed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yep. I'm trying to get a shot here real quick without showing off something, but it's literally impossible. So whatever. There's the triple tower.
More on that later. The triple tower is built, but it's not complete. So there's really no reason to show it more than that. You probably get to see a few cinematic shots of it, but that's really it.
Yeah, we'll address it. We're pretty much we're not over in that area of the park building right now. We're expanding. If you look here, let me turn the lights back on. We'll do an overhead shot real quick, and I guess this will kind of lead into like what I'm going to be doing in the next episodes and stuff. But yeah, if you look at the park from an overhead view, woo. We're going left, like we're kind of going northwest left right now. And that will probably continue with my build week as well. I think I'm going to move across the water to either start custom supporting the Pioneer American Aero coaster. I've been kind of holding off on it because I've been waiting to see if there's a Theme Maker Toolkit custom support package coming. I haven't really read anything about that yet, and to be honest, the Theme Maker's Toolkit is a little bit unstable for my liking. Both of us have pretty much got rid of all of our toolkit stuff unless it's like really, really good.
Yeah, there's only a few custom things in here, like lockers and I think turnstiles, garbage can covers. There's a few good things that we've used. And when we do the next overview video, catch-up video, we'll touch on basically all the little things that we've made and all the changes that have happened in previous areas. But I don't think we've used a whole lot of toolkit items other than those few things, just because I was a little nervous about it to begin with, just because you don't know what kind of content you're going to get. But I didn't even think of the problems that it would cause for the game as far as loading and coding and crashing, and there's a lot of people that are having issues with it. I know Mass Bandit talked about it on his brand new Conifer Slopes video. So
yep. So it's a good thing, but they just gotta kind of work out some bugs with it.
You gotta get the kinks ironed out.
Yep, so no big deal, but yeah, so we're just kind of being really, really choosy and picky with the items that we put in so far. But the ones that we have put in, thank you to the creators, because they are amazing. So, but yeah, no, again, I think my plan of action is to work directly behind where this shot is going on right now. There is a coaster that is there right now that we have deleted because we don't want you all to see, because, again, I'm going to work on it. But, so yeah, I'm either going to work on the coaster behind you, or I'm going to work on the Pioneer, American Aero coaster, and maybe start custom supporting that and working on that area there. So, but yeah, for the next probably foreseeable future, I don't know how many more episodes it's going to be, but we're going to be working the American Adventure for a while.
Yep.
So just kind of, strap yourselves in for more generic 1970s themed stuff.
Boxy wooden painted buildings.
Yes, wood, faded, painted, paint chipped buildings. It's going to be great. So, but awesome, dude. Well, I guess that kind of wraps up the episode for today. If you all have made it this far in the episode and you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to this channel here. All episodes of LunaWood come out on this channel here. And if you've also made it this far and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button there if you've enjoyed the content. It helps out the channel and helps out the video a lot there. And yeah, for LunaWood, I've been BeyondDrewTv.
I'm HBK.
We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.
Yep. Take care, fellas.
And ladies.
And ladies.